Tense moments in Sarasota this morning. A construction worker dangling off a scaffolding. This was 10 stories in the air.
Extremely scary. Scott Tinton was there as the special operations team for the Sarasota County Fire Department safely made this high-rise angled rescue.
And it's the second time something like this has happened in less than a month. 10 News reporters Isabel Mascareñas learned there are other incidents connected to the very same construction site.
Gene Gesimold owes his life to the safety harness he's required to wear while scaffolding. Were you scared at any time?
Yeah, I'm very scared. Yeah, because it's too far.
The 49-year-old was stuck 10 stories up at the new 624 Palm Avenue condominium project in downtown Sarasota, doing stucco work when the motor malfunctioned.
The motor, the swing, no good. I'm trying for go up, the swing going down.
It looks like it dropped. It didn't. That was actually where they were. The other motor went up and they were unable to stop that.
Within an hour and a half, firefighters were able to safely lower Gene to the ground. He didn't get hurt, but is a bit shaken.
You ready to go back up?
No, not yet. No.
The 624 Palm project, recently known as Echelon, across from Sarasota Bay, has been plagued with other problems.
These near mishaps were frightening to me.
Lottie Verano lives next door at the Essex house.
12 2x4s with the pointed nails that fell.
He took these photos.
4x8 sheet of plywood. You saw the resident pointing to it. That narrowly missed her.
Of damage from construction debris to Sarasota City commissioners.
How about the rebar metal fragment that busted through a window, shattering the glass?
And the splatter of cement on the Essex house new pavers and owners' cars.
The damages were upsetting enough, but the safety issues were terrifying.
Verano says contractors trespassed into their space even after the Essex house sold them access to a 9-foot wide path.
It's really the fault of the permit system.
The City of Sarasota's permitting code allows zero lot line. It's a system Verano has asked commissioners to eliminate in residential areas.
And if they have it in commercial areas, regulate it so that it not be a permission slip for contractors to trespass or dump.
In Sarasota, Isabel Mascareñas, 10 News.
Glad that guy's okay, and in all the situations that you just saw from Mr. Verano, that no one else was hurt at Essex House.
2x4s dropping and falling and plywood?
Rebar.
Oh, that's crazy.
And city officials did speak with the contractor, BCBE. They agreed to put up a protective covering around the property that will hopefully keep any of that debris from falling down onto Essex House. Owners at Essex House say because the covering would trespass on the property, they don't want that. Contractor's still going to repair for all the damage that's happened. City officials say if you have a complaint about any construction site, you need to report it to the city's building department so inspectors can immediately check it out.
Now, this all comes down to the fact that construction is a high-risk job. You know that. 65% of all construction workers use scaffolding in their daily work, but not in all cases are as lucky as this one. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, it says that falls are the #1 killer of workers in the construction industry. We had a hard time finding any alternatives that they could use instead of scaffolds. But our researchers did find the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, has revised its standards of scaffold safety just in the last 30 years. So that dictates how high the guardrails can be, what can be used to support them, and where those poles can be placed. The scaffold has to be able to support at least 4 times the intended load, and any employee that is working up more than 10 feet above the ground must be protected by a guardrail and a harness. In today's accident, that harness saved his life.